The words hung heavy, a storm cloud in a sterile room. Terminal. Hope, once a bonfire, flickered to a fragile flame. Mom, the heart of our family, was now tethered to a timeline not her own. Her decline was gradual at first, a cough that lingered, a weariness that deepened. Then, the diagnosis, a cruel thief stealing her strength, her breath, her future. We rallied, a circle of love around her bed, but fear gnawed at the edges of our resolve. This wasn't how it was supposed to be. Mom, always vibrant, always giving, now lay fragile, her once bright eyes clouded with pain. We clung to memories of her laughter, her unwavering spirit, a beacon against the encroaching darkness. COVID-19 cast a long, unwelcome shadow over our lives, altering the very fabric of our daily existence. Hospitals became fortresses, visitors a luxury. The once open doors now guarded, a symbol of the times. We navigated a maze of restrictions, our hearts breaking with each missed touch, each muffled word through a phone line. Conversations that once brought joy now carried the weight of worry and longing. Isolation became a cruel companion, wrapping us in its cold embrace, leaving us to grapple with our thoughts. Mom, used to bustling family gatherings, now faced her battle in the quiet stillness of her room. The silence was deafening, a stark contrast to the laughter that once filled the air. We sent messages, made calls, but nothing filled the void of her absence in our lives in hers. The digital connections, though helpful, were a poor substitute for the warmth of a hug. Fear, a relentless current, threatened to pull us under. It was a constant presence, gnawing at our peace of mind. Fear for her health, fear of the unknown future, fear of a world that seemed to be unraveling at the seams. Each news update brought a fresh wave of anxiety. Yet, in the quiet moments, we found solace in the stories, the whispers of her life, a testament to the enduring power of love. These memories became our anchor, grounding us in a sea of uncertainty. Caring for Mom became a sacred duty, a labor of love undertaken with equal parts tenderness and exhaustion. Sometimes the caregivers come for about 1 hour, sometimes they just come for 5 minutes. But what do they care? Oh, how we wish things were different. We learned to interpret her silences, to decipher the language of her eyes. Each small victory, a sip of water, a faint smile, was a triumph celebrated with quiet joy. Yet, the weight of her declining health pressed down, a constant reminder of the precious time slipping through our fingers. We found strength in each other, in the shared responsibility of caring for the woman who had given us so much. Her vulnerability became a mirror, reflecting back the depth of our love, the fierce determination to make her comfortable, to ease her journey. In a world often filled with noise and chaos, there are moments that stand out for their quiet beauty. Mom's life had been a tapestry of quiet generosity, woven with threads of compassion and selflessness. She cared for everyone in the community like they were part of her family, a warm blanket for a homeless man, offering not just warmth, but a sense of dignity and hope, a listening ear for a friend in need. She never sought recognition. Her acts of kindness were as natural as breathing. We never heard her say no to anyone, even when some people treated her poorly. Sometimes she would sneak away and not tell us where she was going, but later some random person would write a thank you note for helping them. The countless hours spent volunteering to care for seniors, where she found joy in serving others. She was adamant that what she did was not for public knowledge. She taught us that true compassion thrived in the shadows, in the small, everyday moments that often go unnoticed, in the everyday moments where we chose love over indifference. We knew it was her way to show acts of kindness in silence now, as she lay frail and fading, her legacy whispered through her actions, reminding us of the power of kindness. We have so many questions, and we only wish we had the chance to hear her voice again. We saw her in the gentle touch of a nurse, in the kind words of a volunteer. Sometimes the caregivers are nice, but sometimes they are not. Sometimes we want to say, "Don't come back," as we desperately want the best for Mom. Then a new day comes, and we sense a ray of hope. Her face brightens, and her eyes shine like the most radiant star. Our mother was the rock of the family. So, hope, though battered, refused to be extinguished. It flickered like a candle in the dark, resilient and unwavering, much like the plant that grows through concrete or the break in the clouds after a storm. We yearned for a miracle, a reprieve from the inevitable. Our hearts were filled with prayers and our eyes with hope as we watched the sunrise over a calm ocean, symbolizing new beginnings. But even in the face of despair, a profound truth emerged. Mom's spirit, her boundless capacity for love, could not be diminished even by a body betraying her. Her smile, her touch, her loving gaze remained as powerful as ever. We sat by her bedside, sharing stories, laughing, crying, holding on to each precious moment. Each story we shared was a thread in the tapestry of her life, each laugh a testament to her joy, each tear a reflection of our love. We told her how much we loved her, how her quiet strength had shaped our lives. Our words were filled with gratitude, our hearts with love, as we expressed how deeply she had touched our lives. And though her voice was silent, we knew she heard us, her legacy woven into the very fabric of our being. Her loving smile, her gentle hand squeeze, her serene look of understanding spoke volumes. Mom's journey may be nearing its end. If only she would write down her thoughts for us to have as keepsakes, we could learn more from her and continue her legacy. Although the doctors told us she is close to the end, it may seem selfish, but we hope that she will stay with us longer.